Hello. No, these are not the shape I was expecting them to be. I thought these were going to be like regular cans. But I got these thin-ass cans. Alright, gonna pick it back up where I left off yesterday. I think I've got that colors clip I need now. I mean, I gotta find it still, but... Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Let's see here. Oh wait, yeah. Looking in the wrong folder, so we can find a good clip of me shouting at the top of my lungs in this video. Wait for those audio waves to show up so I can just kind of select one with a high audio wave. Hopefully get a good chunk of this done today. I am doing stuff with Cass and Stuart later. We're gonna play some Rumble. I don't know if I'm streaming it or not. I'm kind of thinking no, because we didn't talk about doing that, and Stuart might even want to record it for his channel. But probably hopping on that, and I also want to watch the new Vince Gilligan show, because I feel like I probably should cover that for this channel. And I genuinely want to watch it, but...
It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking mean anything. It's the same thing.
Oh, there's a loud one.
It doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter which angle you're inside. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. There's... Oh, what, shoot? Oh, he said cube. I thought he said... I fucking did it! Oh, come on, I fucking did it! I fucking did it and it didn't register it! Oh, fuck off! Fuck off!
Oh, that might be a good one. Hold on.
Oh, come on! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
I don't know. Maybe not that one. Oh boy, what a thing. Has anyone tuned in? What a thing to come into if you did. Oh boy.
Is that it?
This is like an outburst from like 2 or 3 years ago now. I'm trying to find one that's good for humiliating myself. Let's see here.
Don't make me go over to the other side. I'm not even touching the stick. I don't know if I will again. There.
Oh, here's a big one.
Is that it?
Oh, that's just because I turned the game audio up.
This boss without making an ass out of myself.
I think that's when I got it.
Come on, I didn't mean to fuck yourself. God fucking damn, I can't even fucking play this anymore. Here we go again. Oh, fuck yourself. Yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
I think that one's a little better. It's not too. I don't. There's some like outbursts in this. They're just kind of annoying to listen to at this point.
Okay.
That one wasn't too bad. We'll use that one. Alrighty.
Face the prep. I remember when they would always try to find that video on YouTube but couldn't remember the name of the episode or skit, so instead of typing in Face the Press or the Piranha Brothers, they would just type in Spiny Norman. If they ever tried to do that again, they might just discover what I do in my free time. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself! That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to the day that happens. At this point, I'm talking more about my history with this movie and Monty Python than the movie itself, but I think that's fair. It's the Monty Python character guy finally talking about Monty Python again. I only really did that one other time in this channel's 3-year lifespan. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is an incredible comedy, and most of the bits work really well. It does technically have a story, but not only does it drop that story in favor of something...
Oh, I need to get a new song from the movie. Do that real quick. JDownloader is working again, which I'm happy about. That program will kind of just shut off for like days at a time. Whenever I try to use it, it refuses to actually let me download videos and just shows gets me images, which isn't very helpful. Let me think. I always type in OST, even though that's only video games use that term. Let's see. What is Magneto?
The Fantastic Four First Steps is now streaming on Disney+.
I herald his beginning.
Cool. Which scene was this music even used in? It sounds lovely, but I don't remember it. Did they use like 10 seconds of it in the movie? No, I think we gotta use something a little sillier than that. I don't know about that either. Maybe that one might be a little too loud. It's the big country. Maybe. Yeah, I'll go for this one. I recognize where it's from in the movie, and it's not as loud. Oh man, this one's not even gonna finish it up. It'll be pretty close. We'll see. I can leave the last few seconds of it silent before it comes doors.
Else like 20 minutes in, but it still functions very much like an extended episode of Flying Circuit.
Whenever I hit play, it's annoying because there's this like green line that shows up on the side there. But when I hit pause, it's clear that it's not happening. What is that light outside? Okay.
This with reoccurring characters and this goal of finding the Holy Grail that they focus on from time to time. You have all of the absurdity from the show. You have those Terry Gilliam animations in between segments. You have characters breaking reality, like in this one scene where a bunch of the previous scenes come back to argue over which one of them was the funniest or most clever. The film has a format that really does play out like one skit after the other. Most of these skits you could even enjoy without context of the previous scenes. I honestly think I could eventually do a ranking video ranking each skit within this movie. I mentioned find that some of the delivery is funny as a kid, but truthfully, while there were some skits that went over my head, a lot of them were pretty easy to follow, even as a child. King Arthur's fight with the knight was just as funny to me back then as it is today. The witch scene has always been a funny one. The 3 questions over the bridge might still be my favorite bit in this entire movie. It's such a simple joke, but I love how they pulled it off, especially with the one guy second-guessing his favorite color leading to his death. But then there's some more dry bits that I didn't really get as a kid, like the opening scene, for example. I didn't get why this guy was banging coconuts together. It's a really stupid and easy to understand joke, but hell if I knew what people were doing in the old times. Maybe that was normal, thought 7-year-old me. I also didn't understand a word of their conversation about coconuts and swallows, so it was really funny getting older and realizing that the entire thing was just complete nonsense, delivered with such authenticity that my stupid child brain actually thought they were having a real conversation. I think the only scenes I never got that into is the one where Sir Galahad is in the castle full of young women who want to be punished, and the enchanter scene. I'm probably listing some fans' favorite scenes right now, but I don't know, they just don't do a lot for me. It's kind of funny when Galahad's friend comes to rescue him from a situation he doesn't want to be taken out of, but it's one of those scenes just plays out in a very repetitive way. Like, I get it, he's horny, it's a very horny scene, that's the joke. Moving on. And the enchanter is probably the only scene in the movie I've never gotten a single laugh from. It's not terrible or anything, it's just kind of a weak skit in between 2 great ones. The rest of the movie, peak Monty Python humor. I do between 2 great ones. The rest of the movie, peak Monty Python humor. I do think it's the best of the Monty Python movies. And hell, it might just...
That'd be a good thing to show. Show all the names in the book for this part. That'll work. I've always liked Sir not appearing in this film. Great character.
And hell, it might just be the best of Monty Python. I should watch the rest of the show one day. I've seen a lot of it, I just never sat down and watched. I should watch the rest of the show one day. I've seen a lot of it, I just never sat down and watched all of it. I'll get to the other 2 eventually on a sequel edition, but for now I'll say the meaning of... watched all of it. I'll get to the other 2 eventually on a sequel edition, but for now I'll say the meaning of...
Okay, oh. All right. I can take that clip. We are clip gathering right now. Because I never have all of the footage I need at the start of these ever. I'm actually looking forward to talking about the meaning of life. Genuinely love that. Love that movie. Trying to find a clip of the movie with Okay, I found a 4K version. I'm trying to find it without the movie clips. What? We definitely want to bring the quality of that down, though. And that's good. Okay, so those two clips can go. And Life of Brian. I don't know. Guess Biggest Dickus is as good of a scene as any to take from that. Doesn't look like anyone put a watermark on it. And now those are all downloading. So I'll edit ahead.
A little. I do consider it the weakest of the three, though.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize how close we were. Okay, yeah, no, we're on Batman. I thought that track wasn't going to finish it.
Two great ones.
Alright, yeah, we can start editing Batman then while I wait for those clips to download. Get rid of Holy Grail from this timeline, make it a little easier to navigate through. Oh boy. It is not loading an image for me right now. What the fuck? There we go. Alright, that's a good first shot to show. Though I do need music from that too now. Hey, oh random Ricky, how you doing? Moving towards the Batman segment now. Why the what? My Xbox just turned itself on. Interesting. The Batman theme would probably be good to have, but I think Matt used it in his segment, so maybe I should pick something different. Let's look, what's the Batman blues? Ads. Gotta love it. Yeah! I'm gonna use Batman Blues. I can probably use a second one. What's To the Batmobile? Let's see what that sounds like.
To the Batmobile. Let's go. Atomic batteries to power.
That's already more... Okay, yeah, I don't... That's too much sound effects going in here. Holy flypaper.
Holy flypaper!
Yeah, sure. I'll take that too. If JDownloader will do its freaking job. Not lag out on me. Got those going. Oh, my Monty Python clips are done, so I can actually just go back and return to that segment then. I'm almost done with Monty Python. I had to download a few more clips. Alright. Download these fucking like 5-10 minute long clips for 5 seconds of footage in the video. What else do I need? Nope, I had that one. Go back. There we go. Make sure I didn't accidentally overwrite anything. Nope, I did not. Fix. Thank you for freezing on me again, Premiere. It's really cool that you do this all the time.
Edition, but for now I'll say the meaning of life isn't too far up from Holy Grail to me. I like that one a lot.
And we'll show every sperm is sacred, because that is a very funny scene that I like a lot.
Too far up from Holy Grail to me. I like that one a lot, and I used to really dislike the life.
Let's use a quicker paced shot there, because I have to cut quickly. Yeah, like right there. That's probably good.
Too far up from Holy Grail. A lot of it, I just never sat down and watched all of it. I'll get to the other two eventually on a sequel edition, but for now I'll say the meaning of life isn't too far up from Holy Grail to me.
God damn it.
Far up from Holy Grail to me. I like that one a lot, and I used to really. And sat down and watched all of it. I'll get to the other two eventually on a sequel edition, but for now I'll say the meaning of life isn't too far up from Holy Grail to me. I like that one a lot, and I used to really dislike The Life of Brian, but after watching it over on Matt's channel for his show Sickest Shit You Ever Saw, a show Matt's channel for his show.
Let me, I'm not gonna download the video, but I'll download the thumbnail. I could probably just go for our Discord messages and find it, but I will. I will just put it through JDownloader so I can get the thumbnail, but I'll only get the thumbnail. Turn everything else off. Baba Booey. All right. There we go.
Sickest Shit You Ever
It looks Spiney's even in the thumbnail. How lovely.
Saw, a show about us watching a bunch of controversial films and talking about them. It did grow on me a little. I do consider it the weakest
Oh,
of the three.
come on. Fuck you. I'm trying to pause and it's not letting me. This is so...
This one's
This
kinda weird because I
sucks.
guess this
Stop.
is
Stop.
supposed to
Stop.
be
Stop. God, I fucking hate it when it does that.
A show about us watching a bunch of controversial films and talking about them.
I'm just gonna play more of Biggest Dickus. I don't want to download another clip. I don't care if that's lazy. God fucking, I didn't. Fuck you. You are messing with me. Fuck off.
It did grow on me a little. I do consider it the weakest of the three, though.
All right. Premiere moment for real. Absolutely. Premiere. I would, honest to God, I wouldn't recommend any other video editor, but it still pisses me off all the time. Let's see here.
This one. This one's kind of weird.
Let's turn that. Actually, let's make this a little louder. All right, is that a?
This one's kind of
I guess that's fine.
weird because I guess this was supposed to be the start of a series, but its release got delayed until after a lot of the show came out. Okay.
And now we're just gonna kind of pick from it randomly. Like, this looks fun. Let's use this.
Series. But its release got delayed until after a lot of the show came out. So it ended up being more of a film adaptation of the series rather than the premiere of a series. At least in the eyes of
Yeah, right now I am kind of just randomly picking shit until one of them is necessary. I do try to cut enough to keep it interesting, but a lot of the time you are just pulling random clips until something relevant to a specific scene gets brought up.
rather than the premiere of a series. At least in the eyes of those who watched it. I haven't seen much of the show.
You do want to do stuff like cut. If you're not going to show that much of a clip, then cut before they cut. Don't ever leave like a frame of a cut in there. And I am going to move this upward so I can find it later, because I know I'm going to need the shot of Batman running around with a bomb in a bit. God, even that. I thought I took a tiny clip, but I took a really big clip. Oh, fuck off. God damn it. Why does it, like, fuck up so much when I'm just dragging clips around? Definitely the most consistent Adobe program for me, not gonna lie, besides After. But After can easily start to slow down quickly if too much shit happening. 100%. I love After Effects, but it is, it's more prone to crashing than most Adobe programs. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because you're typically doing more complicated shit in After Effects. Oh, but like even right now, okay, like I hit play and it doesn't play like that. That annoys me.
Much of the show, but it is always kind of nice.
It's too quick of a cut.
Much of the show, but it is always kind of nice how fondly it's remembered whenever it gets brought up.
Oh, come on, I fucking copied it. Go away.
Whenever it gets brought up. I've brought it up to older family members and they just start laughing.
Was I paused or is this frozen? Okay, it is just a still image there. Okay, I don't want to use that. We'll use this then.
It gets brought up. I've brought it up to older family members and they just start laughing. Oh, remember how he climbed up?
Oh, come on, I didn't do that. Here we go.
Camera at a different angle, and they're actually just walking straight forward, aren't they? Wow, movie magic.
Alright, well, there was drunk me watching this, going on a bit of a tangent.
Oh, remember how he climbed up the buildings with the rope and a celebrity stuck their head out of one of the windows? Remember the... Remember the rubber shark? Remember shark?
Actually, I might want to use a close-up shot on the different repellents. Yeah, that's a better shot to use. Makes it a little bit more clear what's actually happening.
Remember the rubber shark? Remember shark repellent? It's a very goofy show, and that seems to be very intentional. The show understood that in the audience. It's a very goofy show, and that seems to be very intentional. The show understood that in the...
Alright, what was that clip? 6 seconds. Alright, that should be fine. Also, After Media Cache is the worst shit ever, not gonna lie. Before I knew how that worked, that shit eat it half of the memory on my PC. After Media... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I thought you were naming a different program for a second. Yeah, no, it's a lot. Honestly, just learning where to clear data from your computer is a good thing. You know what program like surprisingly takes like a shitload of it if you don't like delete the data from your save files? Audacity, and you wouldn't think that. Like Audacity is this free to use program where all you're doing is recording audio, but if you don't clear that out, oh my god, it's like ridiculous. No, you're fine. I almost thought you were talking about Media Encoder for a second, just because I'm like, I just see the word media and I'm like, oh, media, like, but that program's just a different place to export your files, basically. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I do record really long things in Audacity. But, yeah, if you have a bunch of save files and you never deleted, like, your data files, and the data files are, you don't even have to do anything fancy, just open your Audacity folder and see if you have a bunch of folders, because those folders will contain the data. And yeah, it can take up a lot of space. But again, to be fair, I do record like hour-long things in Audacity all the time, so that's part of it. Like the audio files for TV show movies probably won't be that bad, but I do a podcast with my friend Matt on his channel, and there was like a time where I had like 10 episodes saved still. And then when I went in, it was like, oh wow, this is taking up like a shitload of room on my computer. But yeah, I was surprised by how much Audacity would take up. I didn't think it'd be that bad.
Remember shark repellent? It's a very goofy show.
Okay, let's just pick another clip now. A good old Joker clip. Good old Joker clip will do the trick. Fuck you.
And the audience understood that, and it managed to be a pretty big part of television history. Shows like Fairly Odd Parents.
All right. Probably need to look that up too, actually. Oh, I should do the Simpsons clip too, actually. The annoying thing with Fairly Odd Parents is right now they're just giving me full episodes. I don't need a full episode. Just give me a clip. I need to look up Catman instead of Adam West. It's still giving me full... Just give me a clip. I don't want to download a whole episode. Catman clip. No, when I do Family Guy, I know I can count on them to give me a clip. But right now, Fairly Odd Parents is demanding a whole episode, and I don't want to do that. So you know what? If that's how it's gonna be, that's how you're gonna be Fairly Odd Parents. You're getting a picture. You're not even getting a clip. Family Guy's gonna get the clip. Oh yeah, Family Guy's immediately delivering with the Adam West clips. I like how the commercial that I just muted immediately opened with, "Hey Adam," but it was a different Adam. Alright, well, give me... Family Guy's doing a good job giving me clips. They're not doing a good job giving me HD clips. Or even, like, remotely HD clips. Alrighty, can I get... Alright, this will do. This will do. I found one. Got a Simpsons clip and a Family Guy clip, and like I said, due to their... Wait, what? What are you fucking talking about? Get rid of that then. What do you mean? Content offline error? That doesn't make sense. It's a YouTube video. What are you talking about? Oh, you fucking asshole. Fuck off. I'll fucking take a 13-minute video then. Thank you for that. Fucking asshole. I take back my compliment to Family Guy. They fucked me over too. And I'll use the Simpsons clip a little earlier than that. Can I please play? Will you please play?
Audience understood that, and it managed to be a pretty big, very intense. Seems to be very intentional. The show understood that, and the audience understood that, and it managed to be a
That's a good Homer frame right there. I like that Homer frame. He looks good in this shot.
That, and it managed to be a pretty big part of television history. Shows like Fairly Odd Parents and history. Shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Family.
They might need to be moved around a little bit.
That one off after the third movie, unless I get really desperate.
Wait. Wrong place for that.
Part of television history. Shows like Fairly Odd Parents and Family Guy got Adam West to be on their shows to bring a little bit of that. Shows to bring a little bit of that Batman 66 flair to their shows, because it's a very
God, Premiere, you are sucking ass today.
because it's a very easy show to like. It's a very campy and fun version of this character. The movie really is just more of the
That's a good shot.
character. The movie really is just more of the show, and I did have a really fun time watching it. Granted, I think if I'm ever to watch the show, and I did have a really fun time watching it. Granted, I think if I'm ever to watch the show again, I would prefer it in smaller bites. Nearly 2 hours is a long time to watch something like this to me. The charm of it kind of
God damn it. Okay, I get to wait again. I get to wait for you to fucking get your shit together. So I can actually see what I'm doing.
the charm of it kind of dies down eventually, but it does last longer than you might expect it to. And it dies down in one.
I expected to, and it dies down in one sit, and I could watch like half of it and then watch the other half another day. I just think 2 hours is a bit much for one. Other day. I just think 2 hours is a bit much for one sit-in of this. It's definitely a great movie to watch while drinking with friends, and that's what I did. Holy Grail I saw in the.
I'll pull another Holy Grail clip for that part. Just gonna kind of pick it randomly. And that's perfect. Use that.
That's what I did. Holy Grail I saw in theaters for this episode, but the other three were a marathon where I watched in theaters for this episode, but the.
And I'll pull Jackass for this next part. I gotta be careful with Jackass. There might be like shit in that movie I can't show. And I might not be allowed to show it on live stream then. I don't think there's any nudity though. I think that'd be like the... I mean, right there it looked like there was, but I remember that scene and nothing's actually shown. Alright, this is a good clip to use.
For this episode, but the other three were a marathon where I watched all three in the same Discord call. Batman was the. In the same Discord call. Batman was the final film of that marathon. Same Discord call. Batman was the final film of that marathon, and I almost made it. Passed out with like 10 minutes left.
Need a spiny reaction image for this part.
Left. I watched them the next day. I didn't skip it. I do have a memory of watching this movie as a kid. Shark repellent is something that I've found funny my entire life. It's probably the one thing from the series.
I'm gonna bring in the other track even though it's just about over at this point.
Series that I've actually referenced a lot in my. Thing from the series that I have actually repellent is something that I've found funny my entire life. It's probably the one thing from the series that I have actually referenced a. Skip it. I do have a memory of watching this movie as a kid. Shark repellent is something that I've found funny my entire life. It's probably the one thing from the series that I have actually referenced a lot in my life. Probably the one thing from the series that I have actually referenced a lot in my life. Honestly, though, the opening scene is really the only part I remembered all that. that well from childhood. But probably the one thing from the series that I have actually referenced a lot in my life. Honestly, though, the opening scene is really the only part I remembered all that well from childhood. But looking back at it, I love the grunt. But looking back at it, I love the run and play screen scenes that have been parodied to death in other shows. I love how the Riddler spells out his riddles in the sky for Batman to see, even if it deliberately fucks up their plan. I love Batman holding a really old-timey cartoon.
I meant to say blatantly and not deliberately. So I should probably change that.
I love Batman holding a really old-timey, cartoonishly oversized bomb and frantically running, trying. I love Batman. I love Batman holding a really old-timey, cartoonishly oversized bomb and. Okay, so we're about to do overall. Oversized bomb and frantically running, trying to find somewhere to throw it. I feel like this show had a hand in creating so much ironic corniness comedy has today. I feel like this show had a hand in.
This is a funny shot, so I need to just cut a little head
This
there.
show had a hand in creating so much ironic corniness comedy has today. Going to hand the rest.
Reaction image.
Ironic corniness comedy has today. Going to hand the rest of this discussion off to a guest who has a little bit more to say about this movie than I do, but overall I enjoyed looking back at it. But it's not going to be at the top of the list or anything.
Holy guest appearance, Spiny! Listen, I liked The Batman. It is a good movie, but I'm just getting kinda tired of dark, realistic Batman. Like, we already have The Dark Knight. You're not topping The Dark Knight. I miss the deft hand of peak career Tim Burton, perfectly threading the needle between accepting the silliness of the character's world and still taking the character seriously. And then Batman 66 is on the complete opposite side of that spectrum. This shit is corny as hell and I love it. I've heard people try to pass this off as a parody or satire on the cheesy old 40s Batman serials, and while I certainly think they were aware what they're making is silly, I think they did that with complete sincerity. I think they loved those old serials and were trying to make something
I need to listen to some Jackass music now.
So how do we spread the word? I got it.
Dude. We're gonna put this one on standby. I don't know how many of these do. Do all these songs have lyrics? Because they probably do. I mean, I could, probably just look up an instrumental. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, yep, okay, cool. I found 2 instrumental tracks I can use. I've already watched Matt's clip a few times, so I'm gonna skip over that and get to work over here. I actually think I prefer We Want Fun over the Jackass theme. Just in terms of sound, so I'm going to try that. And if that doesn't fill up the whole thing, which I think it's going to, actually. Yep, it is. I would love it if I could get this segment done tonight, and then all I've got left is the Sweet Life segment, which I probably won't get done tonight. It's a long one. Had a lot to say about that specific movie. Big rant that segment is.
So to be honest, my only experience with Jackass was a friend showing me a few.
Alright. But Batman is done. Now let us cautiously edit the Jackass segment.
So to be honest, my only experience with Jackass was a friend showing me a few clips when I was a kid, and me not being into it. I knew it was a super... So to be honest, my only experience with Jackass was a friend showing me a few clips when I was a kid, and me not being into it. I knew it was a super... me not being into it. I knew it was a super popular show of course, but when it comes to prank shows, I've always preferred for pop to it. I knew it was I knew and me not being into it. I knew it was a super popular show of course, but when it comes to prank shows, I've always preferred stuff like the Eric Andre show, Nathan For You, or even Impractical Jokers, even if their movie was pretty bad. I really didn't think I was going to be able to get too into this movie. Movie was pretty bad. I really didn't think I was going to be able to get too into this movie. I only like highbrow prank movies like Borat or Finding Francis. Thank you very much. But I was wrong.
You guys touch gloves and come out fighting.
It's like Borat or Finding Francis. Thank you very much. But I was wrong. I guess I love lowbrow shit just as much as the next guy because I laughed a lot watching this movie. It doesn't really justify its. A lot watching this movie. It doesn't really justify itself as a movie as much as a Jackass compilation video on YouTube. Jackass compilation video on YouTube, but that wasn't really a thing yet, so maybe this was a very fun.
Actually, I think this clip would be a better one to play when I'm saying that.
It doesn't really justify itself as a movie as much as a Jackass compilation video on YouTube. This movie. It doesn't really justify itself as a movie as much as a Jackass compilation video on YouTube, but that wasn't really a thing yet, so maybe this was a very fun thing to go and see in theaters back in the day. Hell, being in a theater and reacting as a back in the day. Hell, being in a theater and react.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hell, being in a theater and reacting as a group might make this a lot more enjoyable. I've never seen a movie like this in theaters, but I'd be pretty open to it. I guess another thing that would have made it a movie back in 2002 is they were allowed to theaters, but I'd be pretty open to it. I guess another thing that would have made it a movie back in 2002 is they were allowed to curse now. Nothing got.
Since we no longer have to bleep cuss words, I promise I will get my mom to say fuck by the end of this movie.
That was just a fortunate place to be on the timeline.
We're allowed to curse curse now. Nothing got censored, and they even took note of that when making this movie and tried to make something with that. One of the guys on the show trying to get their mom to
My thing is, my only thing is, like, if we wanted to get it together in September.
something with that. One of the guys on the show trying to get their mom to say the F word in the meanest fucking way possible, by the way. I guess there's a movies like that. One of the guys on the show trying to get their mom to say the F word in the meanest fucking way possible, by the way. I guess there's a couple of other things that I suppose make it feel semi-cinematic, like the
Reaction shot time, making it easy.
I guess there's a couple of other things that I suppose make it feel semi-cinematic, like the opening scene is cinematic, like the opening scene is pretty well shot and fun to watch. It's a pretty memorable image for this film. They do escalate some of their ideas. Like the opening scene is pretty well shot and fun to watch. It's a pretty memorable image for this film. They do escalate some of their ideas in this movie, starting off. Image for this film. They do escalate some of their ideas in this movie, starting off with something like a tiny alligator biting one of their nipples. And then the next scene their nipples, and then the next scene is them walking over a tightrope with a bunch of alligators. These ones are adults. Like a bunch of alligators.
Looks like one of them was about to jump, so we should probably include that there. So
Them walking over a tightrope
readjust
with
the
a
clip.
bunch of alligators. These ones are adults. Like I said, I haven't really seen the show outside of a clip or two, so I don't know how much for.
Oh, I want the mousetrap, yeah. Mousetrap is a good one. Alright, that's pretty good.
Like I said, I haven't really seen the show outside of a clip or two, so I don't know how much further this movie went than the show normally did. But if you're making a prank
to be
They did. But if you're making a prank movie, I think you either want it to be like a story with characters that are interacting with reality, like bad interacting with reality, like that. Trip or Borat, or you want to go even further with the pranks. So does the Jackass movie do that? I don't know. Maybe one of you do. So I can't really comment on them raising the stakes for them. You want to go even further, like Bad Trip or Borat, or or you want to go even further with the pranks. So does the Jackass movie do that? I don't know. Maybe one of you do. So I can't really comment on them raising the stakes for this adaptation. I don't know. Maybe one of you do. So I can't really comment on them raising the stakes for this adaptation, but I'm assuming this is just what the show is like. So is it a good adaptation? Sure, it's. What the show was like, so is it a good adaptation? Sure, it's more of the show, but unlike something like The Impractical, it's more of the show, but more of the show. But unlike something like the Impractical Jokers movie, they don't try to force in these horrible story elements that are poorly written, poorly acted, and not funny at all. So poorly acted and not funny at all. So yeah, I would rather them just do the show but longer rather than try to force in a movie story. Movie story that doesn't work.
Oh wait, never mind.
Force in a movie story that doesn't work at all. I do like it when something like Bad Trip comes along. I do like it when something like Bad Trip comes along where they're able to do the pranks and still have like a movie story to it. But that just doesn't seem like what these guys are gonna. Bad Trip comes along where they're able to do the pranks and still have like a movie story to it. But that just into it, but that just doesn't seem like what these guys are going to be interested in doing. But maybe they do in some of the sequels, I don't know. Oh, I haven't seen any of them. Some highlights of the movie for me were the Night Panda.
Alright, here's finally something specific I can do. Need that shot for a later part, so I'm going to move that up so I don't have to relocate it.
Any of them. Some highlights of the movie for me were the Night Pandas, the skating rink, and
Such a funny shot, that one. Good stuff.
the Night Pandas, the skating rink in the back of a moving truck, and them giving a tat.
That's actually the first clip I showed, so I can just expand upon that.
And them giving a tattoo during a bumpy car ride scene. Laughed hard at all of those. And then there's some smaller ones that got laughs from me too, although a lot of it is just me. And then there's some smaller ones that got laughs from me too, although a lot of it is just me thinking they're fucking insane. But like the ones who are like and then there's some smaller ones that got laughs from me too, although a lot of it is just me thinking they're fucking insane. Like the ones where the guy just gets shot in his stomach. Just gets shot in his stomach. What was that, like a rubber bullet? Yeah, that's fucking horrible. In his stomach. What was that, like a rubber bullet? Yeah, that's fucking horrible. Why would you do that for the movie? I get it, but for the movie, I get it, but God, it's not even really funny. It's just uncomfortable. I get it. You guys are fucked up. Maybe that's just them giving themselves. You guys are fucked up. Maybe. Maybe that's just them giving themselves karma for how much they disturb the public in this movie. If you're way too grossed out by seeing someone vomit or shit, I would say avoid this one. But if you have a strong stomach and like watching people harm and
I might have to do some censoring for this clip.
But if you have a strong stomach and like watching people harm and humiliate themselves for your entertainment, well, harm and humiliate themselves for your entertainment. Well, for your entertainment. For your entertainment. Well, you likely humiliate themselves for your entertainment. Well, you likely already saw this one. Humiliate themselves for your entertainment. Well, you likely already saw this one, but if you're like me and thought you were above Jackass, get over yourself.
Get over yourself. Who messaged me? Oh, they messaged me. Alright. Wasn't a super long editing stream, but we got a lot done actually. Finished Monty Python, did Batman. Did that quickly. Yeah, it didn't take a long time at all. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on with them. I told them I would, so I'm going to. I'll end the editing stream here. Good